My next guest, Tony Green, admits that he was a coronavirus skeptic who in June ignored warnings and decided to host a gathering for his family. Well, within weeks, he was fighting for his life in a hospital after he and 13 family members, including elderly in-laws and a pregnant relative, became infected with COVID-19. In the end, Tony survived, but 2 people died, including Tony's father-in-law. And Tony joins us now from his home in Dallas, Texas. Tony, I can already see you tearing up. I know this is all still new and raw. So I want to thank you for joining us, first of all.
Thank you, Tamron.
Uh, I know, and I tell my team sometimes pain is so raw and it's too early for someone to speak. I know you've been wanting to talk about this. You consider your father-in-law, Raphael, your best friend. What are you feeling right now, even when you look at his picture?
Pain. I've been describing it as what a drunk driver must feel if he was to maybe kill a best friend or a family member. Just intentions were to have a good time and to try to just, I don't know, breathe for just a moment after such an impactful period of time. That's all we were trying to do is just be together, and we're all adults. We knew the potential risks, but we were also coming into a time, Tamron, where the governor had just announced that they were going to increase restaurant capacity from 50 to 75%. The same with bars, and he'd even mentioned that smaller gatherings would be considered, a minimal risk.
And I know that even after you and was it 13 family members tested positive, you say that you still didn't feel this heavy concern, but then literally you woke up in the hospital.
Most everybody seemed to be managing our symptoms, and at various stages of the healing process, and it didn't seem like anybody was having complications that were, this significant. And just all of a sudden, things took a turn for the worse around June 24th. That particular week, 3 of us had ended up in the hospital at the same time, and it was the same hospital.
Your father-in-law and his mother died. No one in the family blames you for what happened, not your partner who lost his dad, not your parents, but you blame yourself. You have this survivor's guilt we've been talking about for the hour.
Yeah, the 3 of us, we went into the hospital and only one of us gets to leave. And, uh, my father-in-law's mother, she had just retired. She
Mhm.
was experiencing a new chapter in her life that ended very quickly. My father-in-law had, a lot of purpose. Much of his life was yet to be lived. He was about to build his dream home. He'd been building homes for people for all of his adult
Yeah.
career, but he'd never owned his own, and he was about to build a custom home for himself. He was a great father. He was a great mentor. He was a great leader. He was a great brother, a
And he
great
was a great
son.
friend to you by all accounts. You had this relationship. So, as I said,
Yeah.
this is all very new and raw. And the 2 people I spoke with prior, they've had time. How are you getting through the days? How are you understanding that you'll get through the other side? You'll get to the other side.
I think a lot of it just comes from being able to bring awareness to what we've experienced and just try to, be the example versus just being, the catalyst for more to come, especially with the holidays around the corner. We're every time I leave the house, even in the house, I have reminders. Yesterday was a horrible day for me. I was
Oh,
around an area where he and I spent much of our time, commuting back and forth between different locations. And, you just see certain things that they're iconic now
yeah.
because, there's a memory that I can associate with that. And it's all throughout the DFW metro. In fact, we will be moving the first of the month, and we're moving out of state.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, I know you know this, but it is a blessing that your partner and your family members who know your heart are there for you. I wish you could wake up and this was all a horrible dream for all of us, but it's not.
Thank you.
The key is
Yeah,
moving
I
forward.
would like to add one thing that's very important, that I want other people to understand what we've been through and be able to use this as an
Yeah.
example. I've got a website, theopiniontable.com, and I've got 3, possibly 4 coronavirus stories that are related to my experience, and I believe that
Yeah.
they'll be helpful in,
Well,
sending
good for
an
you for
urgent
sharing
message.
that. That's a very powerful way to reset and try to heal. So thank you so much, Tony, for sharing your story. And my thoughts and
Thank
prayers are with your whole family. Thank you.
you. God bless you.
God bless you.